أنا ما زال يقتاتني شجني القديم وتستبيح دم الرماح.
Respected viewers, brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Before we begin the episode, I would like to send my condolences to Imam Sahib al-Asr wal-Zaman. May Allah hasten his reappearance, to the Ahl al-Bayt, peace be upon them, to the entire Muslim population, to our pious scholars, and to the individual, to the great character behind me, Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, for the Martyrdom anniversary of the greatest being to ever walk on this planet, the greatest being ever created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the greatest messenger and prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. We do condole you, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, O the commander of the faithful, for the martyrdom of your cousin. Not only that, your father-in-law and the one who left you as a successor for the entire Muslim community. Now we do send our peace and blessings upon our master Prophet Muhammad and his successor Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. But these nights, yesterday was the night prior to the martyrdom, and today it's amazing to see. But before we go into talking about the atmosphere and stuff, yesterday I received a couple of messages from certain individuals who do not want to mention their names, but one message really touched the heart. Is that that individual said, can you recite Dua al-Faraj on the martyrdom of Rasulullah near the holy shrine of Ali ibn Abi Talib? That's a special type of dua. When it's on the martyrdom of Rasulullah, the greatest successor he has is Imam al-Mahdi, Ajjallahu Faraj al-Sharif. May Allah hasten his reappearance. And to recite it at the holy shrine of Ali ibn Abi Talib makes it even greater. So inshallah, join me as we recite Dua al-Faraj in the honor of the lovers of Ahl al-Bayt across the world. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. اللهم كل وليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وصل يا رب على محمد وآل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. Once again, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We do thank that person who reminded us to recite Dua al-Faraj near the holy shrine of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam during the martyrdom of Rasulullah. Now, when we mention Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, it's kind of oppressed, because for every individual, and when it's the martyrdom and for Ali ibn Talib alayhi salam, people are gathered here in millions to commemorate his martyrdom. During the martyrdom of Imam Hussein alayhi salam on 10th of Muharram, you see millions going to Karbala. In Arba'een, this year, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, just a couple of days ago, they put out statistics saying almost 27 million entered Karbala, and some say even higher than that. During Imam al-Kadhim, the martyrdom of Imam al-Kadhim, you see tens of millions going there. The martyrdom of Imam al-Jawad, similar, and the rest of the Imams. But Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is oppressed in this manner, that during his martyrdom, his holy shrine isn't visited by his lovers, by his true lovers, by the Shia. That's why the lovers, when they enter right now, I wish you can see what I'm seeing right now. It's because when the lovers enter from the holy door of Bab al-Qibla, the door where you go straight to the holy shrine of Ali ibn Talib alayhi salam, the lovers are calling al-yawm, al-yawm nu'azz al-murtada. Today is the day where we condole al-murtada. Al-murtada being Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. They repeat that 3 times, and then they go on to say al-yawm, al-yawm nu'azz Fatima. Today is the day where we condole Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam. And they keep on repeating until they go up to al-Mahdi, may Allah hasten his reappearance. I mean, it's beautiful to see how much love these individuals have for the Ahl al-Bayt alayhim salam. And honestly, to be in this position right now, it gives me the shivers, because being in the holy shrine of Ali ibn Abi Talib, just approximately, I can count it, 3 meters away from the minaret, it's amazing, amazing, amazing. Yesterday I got a comment saying, is your location actually true? Or is this a green screen? I'm like, no, this is actually real life. We are in the holy shrine of Ali ibn Talib alayhi salam. We are privileged to be here near the minaret, because honestly, no one gets up in this position, and you need a lot of regulations to go through, but alhamdulillah, everything eased out for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and for Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. And we are here. I would like to hand it over back to my brother Hussein al-Sukhni, who is just a few meters away, to tell us what's going on and what's his feeling regarding the martyrdom. So over to you, brother Hussein.
And yes, assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. Welcome back to the shrine of Amir al-Mu'mineen, the shrine of Ali ibn Abi Talib, the lion of God. Salawatullah alayhi. Today is the afternoon. Today is the day of the Shahada, the martyrdom of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And you are standing next to the one man, the closest man of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the brother of Rasulullah, the cousin of Rasulullah, the son-in-law of Rasulullah, the successor, the wali of Rasulullah. The one man who Nabi Muhammad could depend on in any situation, in any and every situation. Now based on this, based on these historical events, will show us that Amir al-Mu'mineen is the best man after Rasulullah, and he is Rasulullah himself. We come here to remember Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We do wish that we can go to Medina. We wish that we can go and mourn and set up the Aza under the Green Dome. But of course, because of the oppression over there, because of the tyrannical regime, we cannot commemorate freely. We cannot visit Rasulullah and mourn. We cannot visit the Imams, the Imams of Baqi'. Really, we cannot visit the grave of al-Bani. But we are here. We are at the next best place, if not the best place. Remembering Rasulullah, and the atmosphere out here is electric. The atmosphere here in the shrine of Amir al-Mu'mineen is filled with people, mawakib, groups and groups of people, herds of people calling out Labbaika ya Ali, Labbaika ya Rasulullah, just as they did when they came to Karbala not too long ago, during the time of Arba'een. When they walked from Najaf to Karbala, they called out Labbaika ya Hussein. But today they have walked from Karbala back to Najaf. Mainly the people of Karbala, the sons of Imam Hussein, they have done this. They have walked from Karbala to Najaf. Call out Labbaika ya Ali, Labbaika ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, and Labbaika ya Rasulullah, and to come say that us, the sons of Karbala, the sons of Imam Hussein, the one who Rasulullah says about Husseinun minni wa ana min Hussein, Hussein is from me and I am from Hussein. We are the sons of that Hussein, and we have come here to mourn his grandfather, to commemorate his martyrdom. So when we look at this and we see, you know, the millions, and I believe when I was speaking to one of the brothers who searched the Zawar, who's saying it has definitely hit the millions of Zawar here throughout the night. And this ziyarah is a one-night ziyarah, so people come in Dhuhr time or Asr time yesterday, and after Dhuhr inshallah they will conclude the ziyarah. But yes, I was speaking to him and he's telling me that compared to last year, Inshallah Rasul has not been this packed. So this is the first day it's been this packed, and alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, you know, every year we see with every event, with every munasabah, with every shahada, it's getting busier and busier and busier. And before I pass on to my brother Ahmed, I want to mention one more thing, that I was receiving a lot of phone calls last night asking for special prayers here next to the minaret, next to the shrine of Imam al-Mu'mineen. And I ask all who do wish to have a special dua, special request, to message into our Facebook, to message on our YouTube, to call anyone you know on the channel, and inshallah call the channel, and then you can do your special dua here next to the shrine of Imam al-Mu'mineen. On that note, I'd like to pass it on back to you, Brother Ahmed, and inshallah we will return in a bit.
Thank you very much, Brother Hussein. It's amazing to see and to hear what people have to share and the atmosphere. I mean, once again, I wish you can see what's going on right in front of me right now. Crowds are entering, crowds are leaving, and it's amazing to be in the holy shrine of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. But Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam on his deathbed. Now today is the day where Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam left this world lonely. Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam and the companions saw Rasulullah crying. He said, they asked Rasulullah, they said, why are you crying? He said, I'm crying because of the grave. Now this is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He said he cries because of the grave. They said, Ya Rasulullah, you are the best creation. Allah created you before everybody. Why are you scared? You are the closest one to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why are you crying fear of the grave? He said, because I'm going to be lonely. My family is not going to be with me. He also adds that it's so dark that an individual will feel the depression of being alone. And that's Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He says, I will bear that, and I've taken that as a responsibility upon my shoulders, so our Shia will not have to go through a lot of oppressions during when they are placed in the grave. So keeping that in mind, that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam will always think of the people who are going to come after him, who will chant his name, who will chant the name of his successor, his cousin and his son-in-law, who will chant the name of his grandsons, Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, when we hear and we see that the connection between Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam is very strong, and it's illustrated on the day of Ashura. When Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was about to pass away, he looked at the face of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam and he called out, Ya Hussein, 3 times. That's where we get, when we see the lovers calling out Ya Hussein 3 times, that's where they are getting it from. They asked why. He said, because that son of mine right there will be alone in the land of Karbala, butchered in that land, his body left for 3 days. Every individual from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam up until we see Imam al-Askari alayhi salam, even Mahdi, when he says, I will cry blood over you instead of tears. Rasulullah always trying to condole Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Let us just comprehend this. And then when we go into Ashura, he's going to say, Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, Al-Yawm alqa jaddi Rasulullah, today is the day where I will face my grandfather Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam with a blooded beard and tell him, who are the individuals that killed me? And when Lady Zainab alayhi salam, after what Imam Hussein had to go through and after his martyrdom, when she was about to go on the camel and she seen the body of her brother, when they were about to leave Karbala, she calls out, Ya Rasulullah 3 times. It's because the greatest calamity that ever happened was the death of Rasulullah, and after it was Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Although the tragedies of Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam and Imam Ali and al-Hassan, they're not just, they shatter the heart. That's how hard they are for the Shia. And that's why Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam, he says there is a flaming flame, if you will, inside the believer's heart. It will not extinguish for after until eternity, until the day of judgment. Or another narration, until Imam Mahdi reappears. And that's when our Shia will always feel secure. Because if we do look at our Shia, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was oppressed. And if you think about it, the Shia right now are still oppressed. Let us imagine what people are going through. Let us imagine what Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has to go through for his ummah. He says, I will bear the difficulties of being in the grave, so our Shia will not have to waste harsh situations in their grave. And we see the similarity between that and Imam Hussein when that story happened. When Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam narrated everything to Imam Ali and Fatima al-Zahra regarding the martyrdom of Hussein, they said, who will chant, who will call out his name? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created Shia for him. Now the link is not there. The link is that when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam asked each one of them as to what will they reward these individuals who chant the name of the Ahl Bayt, especially on Hussein alayhi salam. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, I will grant them my intercession. And that's the greatest thing a person can be rewarded with, the intercession of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Then he says, Imam Ali ibn Talib says, I will quench their thirst from the Kawthar. Sorry, no, Imam Ali ibn Talib he says, I will pass them over Sirat al-Mustaqim. And that's, Sirat al-Mustaqim is a road that's thinner than a hair and sharper than a sword. Imagine what that road would be like, going down that line, going down that road. Ali Talib alayhi salam says, I will ease their way on that road. Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam, she says, I will take their hands and enter into heaven with them. Imam al-Hasan alayhi salam, he says, I will quench their thirst from al-Kawthar. Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam had his legs between his knees. He says, I will be there for them in two places. The first place is on their deathbed to ease the exertion of their soul, if you will. When Malik al-Maut is about to take their soul, bring death upon them, that's a very difficult and hard situation. So Imam Hussein alayhi salam will be there to ease in that situation for his Shia, for the people that call out the names of Ahl Bayt alayhi salam. And you can hear behind me, Labbayka ya Ali. I mean, beautiful, beautiful voices just go out of the mouths of these individuals spontaneously. It's not that, you know, they're comprehending the idea, or, you know, they're exaggerating. No, they are loving the Ahl Bayt alayhi salam with full affection. Now, I think going back to the narration, then in the second place, first is on the deathbed, the second one is during the grave. Now we see the correlation between Hussein and Rasulullah. Rasulullah had to bear the harshness of being in the grave for the people that will come after him. And Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, he says, I will be there in the grave to light up the grave for them. So they won't have to be in a depression, in a state of depression. They can feel welcomed into heaven. Now these individuals that have sacrificed everything for us, how can we repay them? Isn't it our responsibility to visit their holy shrines if we can, on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly? Let us make it annually. Every year, come to the holy shrines of Ahl Bayt alayhim salam, because honestly we do not know what will happen in the upcoming year or in the upcoming month. So let us take the opportunity and come to these holy shrines. I would like to conclude this part before I hand it back over to my brother Hussein Sukhni with a narration by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, or something that happened in a gathering. One time the companions of Rasulullah came to the Holy Prophet. They said, he told them, سوف يأتي في آخر الزمان, at the end of time there will come individuals, people who will believe in me without seeing me. They just heard of me, paper on pen on paper. Now they asked, Ya Rasulullah, are we your brothers? He says, no. The people who will come at the end of time, who will believe in me, pen on ink on paper, they haven't seen me to believe in me, they are my brothers. So I honor you, my dear viewers. I honor the pilgrims of Imam Ali ibn Talib alayhi salam for being the brothers and sisters of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, because Rasulullah would not talk out of personal preferences. It is just revelations revealed. Every action, every word that the Prophet utters is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But I would like to hand it over to my brother Hussein al-Sukhni to tell us what's going on. So over to you, brother Hussein.
Okay, thank you very much, brother Ahmed, again for those points of remembering what happened to the Prophet and his deathbed is important. Not only to remember his life, his seerah, his past, but we need to remember his death, because on his deathbed we learned many stories. The same way we learned everything there was to learn, the same way we learned everything there was to learn about Islam during Karbala, during the death of Imam Hussein. There is many lessons taught on the deathbed of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We truly learned the difference between haqq and batil. We truly learned the difference between right and wrong. We truly learned the difference between the oppressor and the oppressed. If one called the Prophet of his time hilarious, if one would call the Prophet of his time, confused or question his Prophet, that's one man I would not trust. That is one man that I would not give any authority to. One man that I consider to be a traitor to the Prophet of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. These are the kind of people that got around Rasulullah. These are the kind of people that Rasulullah was patient with. And because the Quran will be recited in a bit, I would like to pass it on to Brother Ahmed, because the Quran will be recited in a bit, so inshallah give it over to you to conclude. Again, apologies for the shortage of time, brothers and sisters. We'd like to talk for longer, but for now I'd like to pass it on to Brother Ahmed.
Thank you very much, brother Hussein. As you mentioned right now, it is the time for prayer, and just ending by a short narration. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, whenever you are in difficulties, call upon us, Ahlul Bayt, for we will be there for you. So we do thank you, respected viewers, for tuning in tonight, or today, sorry. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give everyone the privilege to come to the holy shrine of Ali ibn Talib alayhi salam during the Martyrdom of Rasulullah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hasten, for the sake of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, hasten the appearance of our beloved Imam al-Mahdi. May Allah hasten the appearance, so we can all go to the holy shrine of Rasulullah in Medina and do a majlis, a gathering there in the honor of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, all together, and lament and condole Imam Sahib al-Asr wa zaman. Thank you very much for tuning in. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
ما زال متسع بصدري للجراح، ما زال متسع بصدري للجراح، ويموت في شفة النشيد، ويموت في شفة النشيد، واموت حي